All right, welcome back to another exciting edition of IED Countermeasures Unfiltered. This is a video series where we teach you things about counter IED tools, equipment, or techniques in an unclassified setting, but we use a very blunt and brutal approach. Okay, so sit back and enjoy, because this time we're going to talk about lower edge cutoff. So a lot of you are probably sitting there going, wait a minute, we've already talked about lower edge cutoff. We have. And in fact, I have beat this topic to like dead. I mean, I just cannot beat it up anymore. But obviously, there's some of you out there that don't quite grasp how this entire thing works. So what we're going to do is set up a demonstration that I hopefully will be 100% foolproof and educate you on what lower edge cutoff is and how it works. And this applies to you vendors because obviously you don't understand how it works. So all of you that are raising your generator off the ground, you are not doing us bomb techs any favors at all whatsoever. So you need to stop, and hopefully this video will get you now to understand why we don't want you raising the generator off the ground. Okay, so what we've done is we've set up this little demonstration. We've got a regular sized backpack, and it's coming out from our detector panel all the way about around 27 centimeters from the panel. So this is why when we start teaching you about image resolution and where to do the measurements in line pairs per millimeter, you need to do it all the way out to about 30 millimeter, because that's going to give you the average depth of a box or backpack and things of that nature. They can actually be larger, but we use this as a baseline. So at the 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, and 30 centimeter mark, we've also placed a 9-volt battery. Okay. Also, we've got our generator placed here, and we've got 550 cord that's orange running from the lower part of the aperture where the x-rays come out all the way to the bottom part of the panel. Now this aperture on this x-ray generator is about 3 centimeters high. So if you go to the bottom edge of it, it's about 3 centimeters high. Okay? So how high your generator is naturally, like if you took a gold and put it on the ground, I think it's much higher than that. It's going to have, sitting on the ground, a higher lower edge cutoff as you come out from the panel than this one, because this one's actually lower to the ground. Now you see how this line is going from here to the panel, and here it's off the ground and it starts getting lower and lower and lower. So everything underneath this does not get imaged. This is how it works. This is what lower edge cutoff is, and this is how, if you raise your generator, you start raising this line off the ground. Now some of you seem to think if you go ahead and raise your generator up, if you tilt the generator down, it'll compensate somehow. Okay, no, it doesn't in any way, shape, or form. So you guys posted images of your product on a robot with the generator pointed down like this, and it's like a foot off the ground, and your panel's way out here on the ground. No, that doesn't work. That's massive lower edge cutoff. So we're going to demonstrate by raising up this generator in increments, just to see how, as you raise that generator up, you're going to increase that lower edge cutoff. And we also got the backpack here and the batteries as a reference of all the potential items that you're potentially missing because you're cutting off more of the package by raising your generator. This is why you don't do it. All right, so the first one we're going to do is we're going to raise it up using this foam. This is about 2 inches. I'm sorry, this one is about 2 inches. So we're going to raise the generator up. It's already at 3 centimeter. I don't know metric to inches, so American, I'm sorry. So we're going to raise this up 2 inches. We'll draw it out till it's tight. So now you see your lines increase. So now when you look at the 9-volt at 30 centimeter, we're pretty much cutting it in half. This one we're cutting off about the lower quarter, very small portion here. And then at the backpack, we're not cutting off that much. But think about how high a lot of these systems are on these robots. It's way over 2 inches. These things are like a foot or more. Okay, I'm talking 12, 18, 20 inches high. It's ridiculous. And then the panel's sitting on the ground. Okay, so we're going to go up in increments again. We'll show you a little bit more. We'll go up 2 more inches to give you another idea of what 4 inches look like and how much cutoff you're going to generate from that. All right, so now that 9-volt that's at the 30 centimeter mark, we're pretty much cutting off 90% of that at 30 centimeters. The one at 20, we're getting about half of it, and then we're cutting off about a quarter of the one at actually 10 centimeters. So hopefully they got their battery standing up. But what if they got them laying down? Well, let's see. Well, we can no longer see the battery at 30 centimeters because it's underneath the line. We can no longer see the battery at 20 centimeters because it's underneath the line. And the battery at 10 centimeters, we're barely probably going to get the top. You wouldn't see the connectors. Good luck trying to figure that out in an X-ray image. But at the panel, if it was sitting at the panel, you'd probably be able to see it. No, okay? So at 4 inches, you can hide a 9-volt battery at 30, 20, and 10 centimeters out from the panel. This is why you don't raise your generator, and this is how it works. Now, the people that think you can tilt it and it'll solve this problem, okay, we're going to tilt it for you and show you what happens. Absolutely nothing, okay, because it doesn't freaking work. That's not how the physics behind this works. It's a straight line from the bottom of this to the freaking panel. If you don't believe me, recreate this and shoot freaking X-rays back at your shop and you'll see exactly how this works. It's a straight freaking line. So now we're going to raise it up a little bit higher. We're going to go all the way up to about 6 inches, add these two to it. We'll put these on there and then we'll see how much of a cutoff we got going now. That's pretty significant, okay? That's a significant amount of cutoff. So we're no longer even seeing the battery at 10 centimeters, and even probably at about 5 centimeters, we're cutting half of it off if it's close to the panel. Now remember, you guys got to understand that the IED is not going to be at the fucking panel every time you do this, okay? So every time they're doing line pairs per millimeter measurement at the panel, no. Your work is being done out away from the panel. The stuff I'm trying to image is somewhere in that depth, not at the freaking panel, okay? So you've got to be able to image out away from the panel to the full distance that the package comes away from the panel. If you're raising your generator, you're doing this. So some of these ones that are up to about 12 inches or plus sitting on top of a robot, this is kind of what you're looking at. This is insane, okay? This does not work. You're cutting off a significantly massive amount of the package and you're not even imaging it. You can't do your job like that. You can't investigate that package when you've cut off such a significant amount of the package. And what needs to start happening is you bomb techs need to start telling the vendors, that don't work. That's wrong. It's cutting off a massive amount of the package. I can't do my job safely until you guys start telling the vendors to stop doing this stuff and get more educated about how X-ray works and how it actually takes an image and ways to actually improve your mission, your tools, and your equipment. You're going to have vendors showing up with crap like this. It needs to stop. And that stopping starts with you bomb techs. You're the ones that's got to have to get smart and go to the vendors and go, that's dumb. Why are you doing that? And get them to stop doing this stuff. So hopefully I have beat the lower edge cutoff horse to death. And this demonstration has shown you why you do not do this, okay? Vendors, especially you, stop making things that create massive lower edge cutoff. We have to see the whole freaking bag. Make something that's going to give me the ability to see the entire package. Thank you.